Hello everyone, I'm here with my Hudsy boy and I thought we'd have a little catch up while I do my nighttime skin routine. It's been like a hot minute. I always do this thing where I'm like, I'm going to post more videos and I'm gonna make more videos, and then I just can't find the time. But I guess that's why they call this kind of thing a hobby. Like when you have time, that's when you do it. But I thought that I would catch you guys up on some stuff that I've been going through for the last couple of months. And while we're having a little chat, I'll just do what I need to do. Hudson's here with me. He's got his toys. He's being a very good little boy. Ooh, I forgot something. Okay, so I showered. Nice, right? But I am clean. I have freshly washed hair. It's already like partially dry just because I showered and then Nick and I ate dinner. But I wanted to show you one of my favorite, like all-time favorite products. Like, this is L2. It's from Lock Me. This product is amazing. I love it. It smells great. It almost smells kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it smells like a hair salon, which is a very calming smell for me. So I don't know. I love this stuff. It's also amazing for your hair. It's leave-in conditioner. It's spray leave-in conditioner. I use it every single time I wash my hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this in. You don't need a lot. It certainly goes a long way, but I always spray too much. I get this product from my hairdresser. I love it. My hairdresser is almost like, she's so talented. She's so talented. And so she actually dyed my hair darker. So if you remember, my hair used to be like a red color, like a bright red. We went dark, and I'm very happy. It's very, very close to my natural color. And she's amazing, and her products are amazing. So like, I will always talk about them. Always. And I'll always talk about her. She's amazing. Anyway, enough with my hair. I'm gonna tell you guys about the dilemma that I've been dealing with for the last 4 months. Before I do it, I'm just gonna like take a drink. This is water. But I'm just gonna like, I just need to breathe for a second. It's like traumatizing. I just get so, ugh. Anyway. So, I was feeling spicy, and in January, I pierced my ears. So I got second holes, and I had such a bad reaction and a really bad infection. And long story short, because they're always really long, my stories, but long story short, the infection was really bad, and it was just on one side. So it was actually my left side, and this whole side of my face, all the way down my neck, was swollen, hot, itchy, the whole nine. Just infection. Nikki, I think, lost a game. He just started screaming. Anyway, so I had a really bad infection, and it got to the point where like I couldn't eat, and I couldn't open my mouth. I was in so much pain. So obviously, like, I was on amoxicillin, and I went to the dentist to say like, hey, is something else going on? Because I don't think that that's normal. Like, am I having a even worse reaction in like my jaw and my mouth because of something else that's going on? And it's kind of like triggered it. And so they did all this stuff. They took all these x-rays, you know, like they do at the dentist. And she scared the crap out of me. She was basically like, you have loose teeth. You have loose teeth. She said, that's me. She said that my gums are receding. And she said that I'm losing bone in my teeth. And so I started panicking. And I set up all of like the appointments that I needed to. I had a cleaning. I found out that I had 3 cavities, which I was pissed about. And like, the whole thing with my mouth is that I take like really good care of my mouth. Like, I brush my teeth like you're supposed to. I floss, like, and I actually floss. okay? I do. I brush my teeth and I floss. I have a toothbrush at work. I have floss at work. I take care of my teeth. And all of a sudden I find out that you have all these cavities and all this other stuff going on. I was like, how is this possible? How? They told me it's all because of genetics, pretty much. Not all, obviously, like maybe poor hygiene as like a teenager, and even like maybe in college, like coming home after like partying and stuff, and just like and eating like really late at night and just like falling asleep. Like, I don't know, I guess like more recently, over the last like year or two, probably since I had my root canal, which would have been like the start of my channel, so like 3 years ago. Ever since then, I've been like really taking good care of my teeth. So it could be from, you know, years ago, not taking good care of my teeth. But also what they've been saying to me is that I'm dealing with really like hereditary stuff. Like the issues with my gums are, I don't want to say that, but they basically said the issues with my gums are like hereditary. The issue with my bone loss is hereditary. And I asked my family, hey, has anyone else experienced this? And my family's like, oh, it's really funny this is happening to you because this happened to so-and-so and so-and-so and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, come on, full on panic on my side. So then, they basically told me that I needed braces. And I mean, I'm sure people notice, it's kind of like a part of me that I'm embarrassed, but at the same time I've like embraced, which is that like my teeth are crooked. Like I have crooked teeth and like they're not perfect. My teeth are yellow because I drink so much coffee and wine, and I'm not like proud of my teeth, but I want to have my teeth forever. But they're just kind of there and they're quirky just like me, and I've kind of like embraced them, even though sometimes I get like a little embarrassed by it. The dentist, pretty much everybody, like all oral professionals at this point that I've seen, have said that the best thing that I could do is get braces, because right now, because of the crowding that's going on, it's, first of all, it's only going to get worse. And second of all, they're pushing it against each other, which I guess you can see on like the x-rays of my teeth, that like they're just crowding like underneath the gum line, and it's causing friction, and with that friction it's causing bone loss. And I always thought that my gums were normal because my mom's gums look like this. So yeah, it's hereditary. I guess it's not normal. And I told my mom that, and she went to the dentist and they're telling her she needs to do what I'm doing. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, everything that's going on. Before I just like ramble on and not do any skincare, I'm gonna be using I think they pronounce it CeraVe. I don't know, I've always said CeraVe, but I guess it's CeraVe. This is their skin renewing vitamin C serum. I've been preaching about this stuff for a really long time now. I love this. I love this. I used to get really red right here, and since using this, I don't. So anyway, I'm putting some of this on. So they, the orthodontist was like, I'll definitely do this, that, and the other thing. We're gonna put a spacer in your mouth because lucky me, one side of my jaw goes like straight back, and you can see there's kind of like a shadow there, and then the other side curves the way it's supposed to, like a U. So instead of like my jaw being a U like this, it kind of goes like this. So she's gonna put a spacer in, and I know that is gonna be so painful. And then she's putting braces on, and I'm gonna have that for 2 years. And I'm gonna, maybe I'll put like an image of what the spacer is gonna look like over here. But it doesn't look fun. It looks like a medieval torture device. And she's like, yeah, little kids get it, but it actually hurts more for adults, which obviously makes sense because I've had my teeth in my mouth, solid grown-up teeth in my mouth, for like 25 years. and a little kid has teeth in their mouth for a couple years. And so she's like, it's gonna hurt. She's like, it's not gonna hurt real bad, but it's gonna hurt. And I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. Let's like do what we have to do to make sure that like my teeth are healthy. While this is all drying, I'm gonna use this brand. It's called Labrie. It's just a chapstick, but I love this stuff. I had really chapped lips like a couple of years ago, and my coworker gave me this because she loves this brand, loves free samples, and yeah, obsessed. But this is just so chaotic. I feel like this video is so chaotic and nobody is gonna watch it, and it's just gonna be like for myself to look back on in like 2 years. But basically, where am I? So yes, she said, I'm not gonna touch your mouth or anything for your teeth until you get approved by a periodontist. I said, cool, sounds good. Make an appointment with a periodontist. Periodontist says, hey, good news, you don't have gingivitis. And I was like, love that for me. Love that for me. I don't have the gingivitis. I was so scared I had the gingivitis. No, you don't have it. But listen, it would have been better if you had gingivitis, because that we could have fixed a lot easier. What you have is periodontal disease. Excuse me? I couldn't even believe it. I was like, what the what? What even is that? So basically what I have is gingiva. Is that what it's called? Basically I have like plaque underneath my gums. So I have no plaque on my teeth or anything like that. I have no gunk on my teeth. I have no gunk on like the top of the gums. I am the lucky one who has gunk inside of it, so like underneath. And again, they're saying that this is part of the hereditary thing, but who knows, I might have done it to myself with like in college or something like that, you know, staying up late, not being as like cognizant about my mouth. But they were pretty much like, no, with like the way you've been acting for the last couple of years, this sounds like it's hereditary. So I mean, that makes me feel better. But next product I'm gonna use, instead of just throw it around, I'm like anxious even talking about this. I'm just like throwing this up in the air. Again, CeraVe, CeraVe, I don't care what you call it, but I call it CeraVe. And this is a skin renewing night cream. I lather this on my face. Lather it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You're not supposed to do that, but I do. I think they say you're supposed to just take like a little drop here, there, and the other. And I just like literally dump in and create like a grease layer on my skin, but I love it. So yeah, they scheduled me, the periodontist, let's get back on track. The periodontist scheduled me for a deep cleaning. And I was like, okay. He's like, it's not a cleaning. It's more than a cleaning. It's you know, more than a cleaning. But you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Do you want to be sedated, or do you just want laughing gas? And I was like, whoa, you're gonna need to sedate me for a cleaning? He's like, yeah, that's why I didn't really call it a cleaning exactly. It's like a cleaning, but not. It's more intense. And I was like, okay, I guess laughing gas, because I do not want to be sedated. Also, it was like more expensive to be sedated. Maybe I should have just been sedated. I don't know. So I was like, what's the difference? And he goes, well, just a lot more needles and you'll be awake during the needles. And to be honest, I don't really have an issue with needles. They scare me a little, and for the first like second while they're in, I'm just like ee! While it's happening, but I'm fine. So he's like, yeah, we'll just use some laughing gas on you. I've never had laughing gas, by the way. I'm freaking out. We'll just use laughing gas and we'll do what we need to do. And I'm like, okay, sounds fine. So like 2 weeks later, which ends up being yesterday, I had to go and sign all this paperwork at the office, kind of like approving and signing off on it. And some of this paperwork, my friend, When I say I started panicking, I was like, I am not signing this. This is not what the doctor told me it was gonna be. They were like, oh yeah, the paperwork had something about like, you're not gonna be able to brush your teeth for like 2 weeks. I was like, I work with the public, okay? I need to be able to brush my teeth and have like nice smelling breath. And just like all this stuff was just like really scaring me. And I don't know, I'm just like in full panic mode. They like calmed me down at the office, but I wasn't able to like talk to the doctor because he wasn't there. So it just kind of like made me feel uneasy, and I'm still kind of feeling uneasy. But I did like a lot of research on what I'm having done, which is it's like this, it's like, oh god, I did a lot of research, but I don't remember the name. What I mean by I did a lot of research is I watched a couple YouTube videos on what they're gonna be doing to my mouth tomorrow, because this is happening tomorrow. And basically, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm freaking out. Also, for the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I've had these spacers. Can you see? They're these blue things in the back of my mouth, because when the palate spacer gets clicked on and cemented on my teeth, that's where they're going to put it on. So I'm like, I really hope that I didn't have these spacers on my mouth, in my mouth for nothing, because when I tell you I've been having like the hardest time eating, like I couldn't eat pasta. It hurt so bad. And I just recently, like, I'm feeling okay. Like my teeth have finally like adjusted after almost 2 weeks of having the spacers in. And I feel like they're just gonna take them out tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna have to go through all of that pain all over again. So yeah, I'm like panicking. Panic. And I'm trying to like keep it together, but I'm really anxious. And this video I think I'm going to make, and I'm going to be able to come back in like a couple years when like everything's done with my teeth, and just kind of be like, wow, like you were panicking for nothing. But I'm also thinking this is gonna be like a series where I tell you guys about whatever procedure I'm having, and like the nitty gritty on what's happening to me, not like the, oh, like everything's fine, blah blah blah. Like, no, really, like things aren't fine. I've been eating like nothing but boiled eggs for like, oh my god. Yeah, I hope that this rambling session that I just did for 20 minutes makes sense. And let's oh, I didn't even finish. I was too busy rambling. So yeah, I used the CeraVe C serum, and then I used the night cream. I put some chapstick on, and now I'm taking my vitamins. So I use a vitamin D3 every day because I work inside and I don't get to see the sun except for on the weekends for a couple hours. So I take vitamin D. And then I also take zinc because, and I hate this pill, by the way, this pill is disgusting, but I take it because it's really, really beneficial for not getting sick, and I think everybody can agree nobody wants to get sick. So I take this. Ugh, I hate that one. Ugh, it always gets like stuck. But now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do some ab workouts. I'm gonna try and relax. I have a load of laundry in the wash right now because I want to like make sure like everything is done before tomorrow, because I'm gonna be in a lot of pain. And now that you guys are caught up, I feel like every other video about my mouth is gonna be like a lot easier to, or like maybe not easier, but shorter. And yeah, I'm gonna clean up these products, put them away, and have a relaxing night. I'm gonna download like a couple, like maybe an audiobook, because they said I could listen to something like headphones. So I'm gonna download like a happy audiobook, and that's my plan for the rest of the night. Freaking out. Hello, my friends. It is the day after my procedure. So you guys haven't seen this part of my house. This is what we call the office. It's a shared space for Nick and I. And I'm actually sitting at my dressing table getting ready for sleep. And I thought it would be a good time to talk to you guys again about my experience. And then that'll be the end of this video. But yeah, why don't we go ahead and get into it while I get ready for bed. So I'm just gonna be using like pretty much the same products that I used earlier in this video, except I'm gonna be using again CeraVe, whatever you call it. This is the Skin Renewing Nightly Exfoliating Treatment. So the woman who does my facials, she told me to start incorporating an exfoliant twice a week. So I do it Mondays and Thursdays. So it's Thursday, so here we are. But yeah, what an experience. 10 out of 10, do not recommend unless you like have to. It was honestly one of like the most painful things. The periodontist injected me like 20 or more times. I swear, it was so painful, like just all over my mouth, on like the roof of my mouth, underneath my tongue. The most painful one was a shot that went up in between my two front teeth. My whole body was shaking, like convulsing. And I had the nitrous oxygen, or nitrous O2, NO2 or whatever. I can never pronounce it. But he was like, breathe in through your nose, and your girlfriend was breathing in through her nose. That stuff did nothing for me. It did not calm me down. It did not make me forget about nothing. It did not make me like feel as though nothing was happening. Like, it was so painful. I can't even explain to you like the pain and like the trauma of that many injections. And like, he was going deep, and like I felt it, and like it didn't even matter that like he did the first injection on my left side, and I was like, okay, I can handle that. It's like a normal, like you're getting a filling or something like that. I can handle that. And then it just kept going and kept going, and then he started going in like the roof of my mouth like multiple times, and just kept going. And he stopped at one point, and I was like, oh my god, he's done. He stopped. I was like, are you finished? And he's like, no, I'm just giving you a break. And I was like, ah. And finally the injection stopped, and he started going to town, and I could still like feel like the pressure and stuff like that. Obviously, if I didn't have those injections, it would have just been totally completely 100% unbearable. Like, there is nothing, the thought, I just can't. So now I'm going in with the vitamin C. But yeah, I was just in so much pain. And then he's like, this is abnormal. We don't usually see this. And I'm like, I can't even handle it. Like, I didn't even ask for any more information. I was just like, I don't even care right now. And then what happened next? It was like so much. He told me that I had 2 more cavities. I'm not even eating anything right now. Like, I'm barely eating. I'm brushing my teeth so much. I'm really just drinking things. Like, I don't understand. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm flossing. It's just, he said they're small, so I have to take care of that, because he, like, apparently their policy is that, like, he couldn't take care of it because I have an actual dentist at another office, so my actual dentist has to do it. So that was that. And I was just in so much pain, and like at one point I just had like one tear. Like, I'll never forget just like one tear sliding down the side of my face. And I mean, he was a great doctor, he was a great physician, like really tried to keep me calm because obviously he knows how painful it was. And my boyfriend, he had driven me, and I just got in his car and just started hysterically crying. Just like unconsolable crying. And like, it didn't even matter that I had been numbed because I could still feel everything. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but I felt like I could still feel everything. This is the skin renewing cream. Also, I used it last night. And yeah, I was just in so much pain, and I was so numbed up. I should have taken a video of myself like super numbed, but I was also like super inflamed, and I'm still inflamed here. Like, I'm still swollen, like it still hurts. But I really should have taken like a video of myself just like trying to smile. It was honestly ridiculous. Like, I kept like drinking, like trying to drink water, and just the water just right out of my mouth. It was horrible, and the numbness lasted until like 4 p.m. And I thought that I would be totally okay to go to work today, because like, what did I do yesterday? I had this like traumatic experience, and then I came home and I was numbed until 4 p.m. and then I slept. Like, I was just asleep, and I guess I didn't realize like the level of pain that I was in, and also like the level of trauma. Like, the trauma that I went through, I like didn't really deal with it. I think it was more of like, I cried and then went to sleep, and I didn't realize how like emotionally it like messed me up. Like, if anybody has to go through this, like if anybody's dealing with this type of situation and you have to have it was like honestly a surgery, if you have to go through the amount of injections that I had to go through, girlfriend, take the propofol and knock out, because it is traumatic. I'm like still trying to process it. But I went to work this morning, and I really shouldn't have, and I just like couldn't handle it. Like, emotionally I couldn't handle it, and physically I couldn't handle it. Like, my mouth was hurting, I was swollen, and like I have a habit of like going like this at my desk while I'm working, or like sitting like this, like kind of like holding my face up. It's a really bad habit, and I actually get acne here from it, but I've been doing it like my whole life. Anyway, so yeah, I touched my face and it hurt really bad, and I was like, I just can't do this today. Like, why did I do this to myself? And like, I definitely just should have called out. And so I did what I had to do, and I left, and I think it was like the best thing, because I just couldn't handle it. And I went home and had a little cry session with my dogs. Not to sound like a baby, but like, honestly, like, this is a lot. And so yeah, after that I knocked out, went straight to bed, just like jumped in my bed, fell asleep, and Nick woke me up at like 3:30 when he got home from work. He's like, okay, like, you need to get up or you're not going to sleep tonight. So I'm feeling so much better. And the good news is that they moved up my appointment for my braces. So hopefully my braces are gonna be on by the end of this month. My appointment is for the last day of the month, pretty much. The last Friday of April. And I'm so excited. I'm very scared because they're gonna put the palate expander on and my top braces. So I know it's going to be a lot, but the sooner I get all of this stuff worked on, the sooner I'm gonna have perfect teeth. And yeah, I'm really excited. And I don't know if you guys can tell, like, I feel like my gums are like inflamed, and he said that they would be inflamed, but hopefully he showed me like a different way to brush my teeth, the doctor did, and hopefully doing this new technique I won't have to deal with something like this again. So anyway, that's what happened. I'm gonna take my antibiotic now because I have to take antibiotics now for like another week or so. And I'm gonna take my ibuprofens. These are the 800 milligrams ones because again, it fucking hurt. And also is gonna keep the swelling down. And I'm gonna take care of my hair and go to bed. I think this video has been enough talking about my teeth and enough of my skincare routine. And yeah, I think I'm done. Please join me in this journey. I'm gonna be posting more videos about my teeth and my gums and the whole nine, especially once I get braces on, just for like any adults like me who have never had braces, who are getting braces. It's kind of like this new groundbreaking experience. So yeah, come along for the ride with me and go ahead and subscribe if you enjoyed me rambling. And yeah, let's be friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.